Right Side News, bringing you the right news for the right side. I'm Jim Hoel, and I am your voice. Thank you and good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Hoel Report. Tonight's top story is going to be on immigration reform, the border wall, and what we can do to try to solve some of these problems. For so long in this country, about the last 20, 30 years, the idea of following immigration laws, existing immigration laws, uh, they've gone totally ignored. And the very idea of enforcing them today, in this day and age, is now seen as a racist and bigoted idea. It's really something that's gotten out of hand, and I don't know why. We have another crisis that's going on the southern border. Countless caravans that keep coming up. We have violence, we have gangs, we have death, rape, murder. So it's a big problem. And one of the main reasons that we elected Donald Trump was to solve this problem. And right now he's trying to do that. The government is still shut down. I believe this is the 33rd or 34th day. Anyway, it's been going on for over a month now. Everything still seems to be going fine. So, I'm doing all right. I hope you are too. But the government's still shut down. And the reason it's shut down is because of the obstructionists in the Democrat Party will stop at nothing to prevent the border wall and to kill immigration reform. And my question is why? Well, the reasons why I've gotten into in previous videos, the DNC playbook. They want to kill immigration reform, end the border wall, impeach 45, abolish the electoral college, use these marauding caravan of foreign invaders as a DNC voter drive, which they're still trying to do. I saw a video today where over 500 illegal immigrants were apprehended trying to cross the border. So we got a big mess. And for so long, they've got any existing immigration laws that have gone unenforced. That today, now, the very idea of enforcing them is seen as a racist idea. You're called a Nazi, a racist, you're xenophobic, and you must hate Mexicans and hate immigrants if you want to enforce already existing immigration laws. We have immigration laws for a reason. The reason is that these immigrants who try to bum rush the border, I mean, there's no telling who these people are, where they came from. So we have a problem, and we're going to try to fix it. The president is trying hard to fix it. He is not getting any sort of help from anyone in the Democrat Party. In fact, they're still playing games. Nancy Pelosi sent him another letter, I believe, trying to once again refuse, or I don't know. They're trying to cancel the State of the Union, which I believe it has now been postponed. So I'm not sure what the president's going to do about that. If I were him, I would say the hell with it and just go and do it anyway. But who knows? I believe that as of right now, it's been postponed. So the reason for all of this is that the president, Donald, wants the border wall. And he was willing to go through a government shutdown to get it. The reason why is because we need it. We really do need a border wall. And the reason is it's the one thing that this country is lacking that we don't have, which necessitates us having to do an amnesty deal every 10 to 20 years. I believe the last one was Ronald Reagan. And now, look, about 20 years later, we are going through all this again. And it would be a lot easier to just build the damn wall than to go through all this. But, with the obstruction and the games the Democrat Party's playing and, the back and forth and the fake tears and how we can treat immigrants so bad and all this crap. Well, tonight we have a story from the Right Side News. This is from the RSN staff. Perfect solution found. Is this the key to solving the border crisis and reopening the government? You can be absolutely certain, without a doubt, that the only possible thing you can do now is vote yes to the above, which is to fund the border wall. And to help these foreign invaders and rule challenge people by building a huge clear-cut boundary so those that don't understand the rules can't accidentally break America's rules. So if we build the wall, these people who clearly they don't understand that illegal, it's in the name, illegal immigration. It's illegal. You cannot just walk across our border, enter our country illegally, do whatever the hell you want, and just make yourself at home. It doesn't work that way. We need to have a working immigration system. And the idea of this is just build the wall. It would also make those who break the rules, the rule breakers, mind you, dig or climb a barrier in order to achieve their desired rule breaking. Once the rule breakers succeed at breaking the rule as desired, the rule breakers will seek sanctuary wherever provided. This would require rule followers to abandon sanctuary areas as they seek refuge to areas with rules and a delineated border markings that aren't totally made up and are patrolled by toy drones. Thankfully, this is America, and there are rules for which sovereign citizens of this country have written into law, and that were established, thereby creating this thing in endless demand called America. We are a sovereign nation. The United States is, and always will be a sovereign nation, and that sovereignty will not be challenged. Anyway, why wouldn't immigrants migrate to a geographic area that is not the greatest option available? One could only conclude that this is not the greatest. One could only conclude that this geographic area is great and consists of great people and great rules. The United States of America. The standard of being great is a great standard, and most citizens think that it's just great for America. And why would anyone on this planet want to destroy the most sought after and desired country in the world? So the bottom line here is that these are already existing immigration laws. These are federal immigration laws. Now, these caravans keep coming up, and they keep trying to, we have a foreign invasion that is trying to invade the homeland of the United States, which will not be allowed. We have the government shut down over this right now because the obstructionists in the Democrat Party refuse to negotiate and try to solve any of this. You have Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer that are still playing games and are refusing to meet with the president. The president will set a meeting, expect both of them to show up, and then just blow them off. You have the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, the biggest idiot that I've ever heard in my life. The one who said we must pass the bill so that we can find out what's in it. That was Nancy Pelosi. The woman who, in my opinion, has cost her party more elections than anyone combined. But, they went ahead and made her speaker again. So she is still the Speaker of the House. Well, she's trying to cancel the State of the Union for whatever reasons I don't really know. She said it was due to security concerns. However, the Capitol, at the State of the Capitol in the State of the Union night, it's a fortress. There is minimal security concerns at the State of the Union. Trust me. It is a fortress. So these security concerns are unwarranted, really. It was even said in the letter that Donald sent back. However, apparently now they have decided to postpone it, which I wouldn't have done, but that's his prerogative. We have obstructionists and these impeachment fanatics who will they just hate him so much they won't even talk to the guy. The president, Donald Trump, is the only one who wants to have a dialogue about this. He wants to talk this over and he wants to get a deal done. And right now he's bending over backwards, in my opinion, too far, giving in to these people. But he's trying to be presidential, the very thing that they said he couldn't do. And that's another reason why they're trying to cancel this state. I mean, that's the only reason why. The only reason why they want to cancel the State of the Union is because they know what's going to happen. For one thing, the letter that she sent him, I could guarantee you, he looked at the thing and laughed, and said, "Oh yeah, I'm really gonna take this seriously." And the reason she sent it is because she is afraid of what he's going to do. In my opinion, he's going to go out if it happens. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's been postponed, and then you hear reports that it's still going on. It's going back and forth right now. We're not sure. But in my opinion, they're trying to prevent him from, one, getting his base riled up, because whenever he delivers a speech, especially a national one, and the media has to cover it, it riles up the base. And for another reason, they don't want him to look presidential. That's what they're trying to prevent. They want the American people to think that the Democrats are the adults and Donald Trump is a child who just wants to shut down the government to get a wall, and well, that's not the case. So, for one thing, they don't want him going out there rallying his base and getting a bunch of people fired up, which he would, and they don't want him to look presidential. So right now, the State of the Union that is scheduled to be next week is in jeopardy. We don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. Excuse me. Pardon me. Deal with a little throat issue here. God, I hate the winter. So that's what we have going on in America right now. We have, one, the government shut down. Two, we have a bunch of obstructionists and impeachment fanatics and radicals that will stop at nothing to prevent any sort of funding for a border wall. Which, to be honest, why did just fund the damn thing? What is it, $5 billion, $5.6 billion? In the United States, with the federal budget and our defense spending and all that's nothing. $5 billion, that's nothing compared to what we spend on defense. Many of our agencies have budgets in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and even multiple billions. And when you get up to defense spending and all that, you start talking trillions. So $5 billion for a border wall is really not that much. Now we all know Mexico is going to pay for it. So, but I guess we're still trying to figure out how to make Mexico pay for it. But right now, it's unclear what's going to happen. So we'll have to see in the next coming days whether or not we'll have a State of the Union and whether or not this issue will be resolved. And we could all move forward as a country and we could reopen the government and we could all go about our daily lives and they could all go back to just bashing the president for whatever the hell else. So that story was from Right Side News. I will add it. I will add the link down below. Another thing I wanted to bring up is there is a social media platform, and one second, folks. Pull that up here. There we are. So, with all that's been going on in the recent months and years, actually, since the 2016 election, Americans, especially conservative Americans or Republicans or whoever, consider yourself to be conservative or Republican, has been dealing with a purge on social media. They're not treated fairly. Oftentimes, their comments and posts get flagged. They get banned. And it's a big issue. And it's one that has necessitated other options. Well, one of those other options is the Codius network. Codius is a social network for conservatives. It has been called a digital base camp. Excuse me, a digital base camp for right-wing views, and it is a social media platform that tailors especially for conservatives, Republicans, and those who have conservative views. Its goal is to for the first time in history, conservatives now have a platform to find, connect, communicate, and share ideas with other conservatives nationwide with enhanced privacy. They have enhanced privacy, security, and gives conservatives the freedom to express their views without fear of censorship, which is a big problem these days. All communications are encrypted in transit, and sensitive data is encrypted at rest. We have designed our business model around the dignity and privacy of individuals while adopting rigorous physical, technical, procedural, and legal safeguards to protect the personal data of our users. The man behind the social network, Cody M. Brown, wants to combine the best elements of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and wants to turn Codius into the platform for networking, campaign building, news sharing, and alliance building. The service currently has 3 different account categories for 5 different types of people: citizens, candidates, organizations, policymakers, and journalists. Codius claims that you can save time by cross-posting to multiple social media accounts simultaneously, allowing your post to reach friends on other social media network platforms. Codius also encourages you to find allies and build a coalition to create a circle of friends, family, and colleagues, making it easier for people to reach out to other professionals or potential audiences. In the quote here, the time has come for conservatives to develop our own independent platforms that serve our own needs and advance our own agenda. Codius serves as a digital base camp for conservatives, while at the same time allowing users to integrate with other social media channels for the purpose of winning the hearts and minds of our fellow Americans. You can sign up now for Codius at their official website, which I'll link at the bottom. And I just signed up today, and in my opinion, it is a great place for conservatives to go if they feel that they have no other platform, which many don't. Facebook and Twitter, and they really have become a place that conservatives are not welcome. I mean, they ban them all the time. So finally, we've had enough, and there is another social media platform that tailors specifically to us. So I would recommend checking it out. I really would. I think it's worth it. I think you should sign up, and the more people that join, the better it's going to be. And we could give this thing a shot and see that if we can make it into something together. If we, if the more people, like I said, the more people that join, the better the odds are that uh, we'll find something that will really be beneficial to advance the cause of conservatism, or those that have conservative or religious or right-leaning views. So that will all be linked in the description. That's about all the time we have for tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank you. Please, please, please like, share, add us on Facebook and Twitter, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We could use all the fighters we can get in this fight for America. So please assist us and join the fight. For Right Side News and the Hoel Report, I'm Jim Hoel. I am your voice. Thank you, America. God bless. Have a good night.